This is Lark Lo, and this is Space is the Place. I'm talking about women and cycling today. You know, I was thinking about women in cycling and a lot of the commentary behind it, and I have some problems with it. Owing to the fact that when you're talking about women and talking about women issues, you should be feminist in how you're speaking about it. So this idea that women are afraid to ride bicycles because women are irrational, that's kind of sexist. Women are afraid and have concern with our roads in the United States because that's common sense and is completely reasonable. Our infrastructure in the United States is poor. We have some of the most dangerous roads in the world. When people from the Netherlands, from Sweden, places where they ride bikes come here, they've told me, wow, I would never ride my bicycle here. But yet and still, we have bicycle advocates in the United States kind of going, well, how we get more women riding is by making them, not afraid, and by giving each of them pep talks, and by showing them tips on how to wear helmets and not mess up their hair. Okay, I don't mean that in an insulting way. I'm simply saying this is not how we're going to get more people cycling. Women, and not just women, because the gap between the reason why people don't cycle is between women and men is actually not that large. I'm not sure what the statistics are off the top of my head, but you look it up, it's not that large. It's not that big of a gap. So this idea that it's a women thing with fear, no, it's not a women thing with fear. It's a common sense thing because the United States infrastructure is not made for people. It's made for cars. It's car centric. So if we want more women cycling, we need to talk to urban planners, transportation engineers. We need to fix the institution of transportation and planning, not give women pep talks and have pictures of women riding bicycles. That is not going to make more women cycling, and it's ridiculous. We need to get away from this each individual person type thing and actually start working on infrastructure and institutional changes. Institutional changes would also be more flexible workplaces, such as telecommuting, childcare that is accessible and universal for all, regardless of income. And that also means for middle class people, not just people who are economically oppressed, but universal, accessible childcare for everyone. Because the reasons why women don't cycle isn't because their fear is unfounded or because they just need to get out there and get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and take their children to childcare and then go to work and then, no, that's not reasonable. The way our system is set up is not reasonable. And so if we want to talk about women and cycling, we should talk about it from a feminist framework. And the feminist framework, step 1, stop disregarding women's concerns and trying to fix them instead of fixing the system. So that's kind of all I have to say for this morning. Thank you for listening. This is Lark Lo from Space is the Place. Please watch the Black Kids and Outer Space show every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. live on Facebook. And you can see our other episodes on iTunes or YouTube. We're a video vodcast. Bye.